One of Us by Elizabeth Day, published by Fourth Estate, and this is a novel that I've seen time and again featured on social media. And just given the little tidbits of information about the plot, I thought, oh, this is one for me. So if you've ever wondered, do books sell on social media? Yes, they do. My own testimony is, yes, I have bought books from social media because they've been recommended. And also through TripFiction, we can see, the books that are being bought. So this is a novel that is a novel of culture, mores and manners between the classes in England. So it's less about setting, but you get an awful lot about, the English people. It's set in London, Cambridge, and also in Bali. So it's a stonking read. This is certainly a meaty novel that is written with wry humour. At the heart is the essence of politics. Now, don't let that put you off, because it's done with a very competent and light hand. At the heart of the book is the Fitzmaurice family, and they are upper class people. They have a lot of money for much of the story, but at points they don't. They are good looking. They have everything you would need. They have suffered trauma in their life, but, generally they just plough on and plough through people to try and get what they want. Now, Ben, who's the son of the family, he was at school, and at school was also Martin. And Martin was somehow desperate to be associated with Ben and with his family. And then they progress to Cambridge, and they are joined by another man who is pretty awful. And I think you can see that Ben has been quite a bully, because he calls Martin his little shadow, so it's LS. And then an incident happens, and they distance from each other. And it is some years later when they reconnect, because there is a funeral. And it is the story of Martin kind of trying to manage his life, and it is the story of the inside track of Ben's life, his marriage, the things he is willing to do to get to power. And he is running in the Conservative Party for the leadership contest, and obviously he wants to be PM at some point. So there's a lot of sort of, shifting for position, and you can really see how the author has, obviously observed what has been going on for the last few years, both in England and across the world, and the venality of some politicians, the lying, the manipulation. And she's kind of like plucked bits and pieces from the various characters and inserting them into these characters. So it's quite fun spotting who you think a particular character's traits are, derived from. So it is overall a really good story. It is propulsive. It took me through from the beginning to the end, and I really wanted to see. I also wanted to see that some of these politicians actually get their comeuppance. And, we see it in the world today that a lot of people get away with an awful lot of things, and they're never brought to trial. And you sort of like, as a reader, you just want some justice in the world and in this book. So if you are looking for a well-written book that perhaps, if you like Patrick Gale, if you like Alan Hollinghurst, I would pick this one up. I really enjoyed it, and I heartily recommend it.